What is going on, guys? It's me, your boy J Fusion, and today I am bringing you my top 5 favorite Mega Pokemon. So, Mega Pokemon were introduced in Gen 6, but there weren't any introduced in Gen 7. And not all of the Megas that are in existence have been released yet in Gen 7, but here are my top 5 Mega Pokemon in Sun and Moon. So keep in mind, this list is opinionated. It is my own personal opinion. I do take into account some things like, competitiveness, move pool, and just, overall general design. But when it comes down to it, this is my personal list. So if you guys have a list too, please comment down below what are your top 5 favorite Mega Pokemon. So with number 5, we are starting off with the powerful Mega Lopunny. So Mega Lopunny has always been one of my favorites. When I saw its art, I was a little skeptic about it. I didn't really understand why they'd turn it into a normal and fighting type, but when I started using it, oh my gosh, man, this thing was one of the best times I've ever had in an OU. Its move pool is a little okay. It's not the best, but the thing is, it does get a lot of powerful moves. It has stab return, stab fake out, which is really good in auras because it didn't get an automatic speed boost like Megas do now this gen, and fake out was so good because it was stab and because Mega Lopunny has a huge attack stat. So a normal Mega Lopunny set would run the fake out, return, high jump kick, and ice punch for Landorus, ice punch for Tornadus back in 6th gen. But now, since it isn't released yet, I think it's still gonna be good because there are other Megas that have been released that are fighting type that are still pretty good now, not as good as they were last gen, but still pretty good in this gen. Mega Lopunny overall does have really good attack and speed, which is good because its defenses are pretty decent. They're not the best, obviously, but if they were good, it'd be way too overpowered because that speed and attack plus decent bulk is a really good combo. We are going to move on to my 4th favorite Mega Pokemon all time, and that is Mega Charizard X and Y. Okay, so it's kind of cheating to have both on one slot, but I personally like both. I don't really consider one better than the other. Obviously some are, but one is better than the other in certain situations, because Charizard X does have the dragon typing, which doesn't make it 4 times weak to rock type moves. But Mega Charizard Y does have that stab, fire blast in the sun. This Pokemon sets up its own sun when it Mega Evolves. That's something that's really crazy because it has Solar Beam. And since the sun is up, it just neuters water type attacks. So bring on Azumarill, but you Mega Evolve into Charizard Y because they expected Charizard X, but they were wrong. And you hit it up with a Solar Beam and that thing is dead. Mega Charizard Y is just a monster in the sun, a great late game sweeper, especially great in OU. And Mega Charizard X, there's a lot of ways you can run it. I know a lot of people now have been running bulky Charizard X, with Will-O-Wisp, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw. But there's a lot of ways you can run it. You can run Jolly with Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, or you can run Fire Punch, Earthquake, and Roost. There's a whole bunch of options just because Mega Charizard X does have that good bulk. And Charizard is personally one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. But that's pretty much almost everybody's list. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is Mega Metagross. Okay. So I know Mega Metagross is the best Mega in OU right now in Gen 7. And arguably it was one of the best in Gen 6, but it didn't have that speed boost automatically. But in Gen 7, Mega Metagross just tears everything up. Literally it does. It's the best Mega in OU because 1, it gets the automatic speed boost now. You don't have to waste a turn being slow. You're automatically the same speed as Latios, you outspeed Garchomp now, you outspeed Landorus T. You don't have to worry about, running Jolly, but you should run Jolly to be honest. But, another thing that has going for it is the Tapus. The Tapus set up terrain. Mega Metagross is a psychic type. Tapu Lele sets up psychic terrain. And Zen Headbutt with Tough Claws is dangerous. Mega Metagross has a huge attack stat and a huge defense stat, as well as base 110 speed. Like, I don't know what they were thinking like on the stat distribution for this thing. This thing was crazy. Like, and it was already a pseudo legendary before the Mega, but now it's just, you know, broken. And honestly, I do think it'll be banned in OU, just because it's just like, you know, just so much options. It's so good offensively and defensively. Steel and Psychic is such a good type. You can come in on Tapu Lele, come in all the fairy type moves, come in on Tapu Bulu, just because its typing is so good and its defensive stats are so good. And its move pool: Ice Punch, Hammer Arm, Earthquake, Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch. It has Zen Headbutt, Rock Polish, Agility. Like, it just has so much offensive versatility. You can make it run anything. You can run Thunder Punch for Toxapex, or you can run Ice Punch for Landorus, for Garchomp. You can run Earthquake for Toxapex, Thunder Punch for Tapu Lele. Oh my gosh, like, this thing is crazy. Definitely the best Mega in OU. Definitely. Now, number 2 on my all-time favorite Mega list is Mega Scizor. Okay, so regular Scizor is probably my favorite Pokemon of all time, and I will tell you why in an upcoming list, but not right now. But Mega Scizor, the typing, Bug, Steel, so good, so good. And the bulk. Base, 140 defense. Plus Bug, Steel typing, which is only weak to Fire. Like, Fire, okay, Fire is kind of a common type, but not really. And the thing is, Scizor is like, it's risen up in popularity because it is a good check to Mega Metagross. I know Mega Metagross has started running Hidden Power Fire, but honestly, I still think it's a 2-hit KO on bulky Mega Scizor. But still, Mega Scizor, like, it sets up Swords Dance, Roost, just because it's typing. I've been using Mega Scizor for years. The hits that this thing can take and Swords Dance and Roost up all in the people's faces is just crazy. Like, you use Roost, Swords Dance, Bug Bite, Bullet Punch, Pursuit for, you know, for Mega Metagross, Latios, stuff like that, Gengar. Mega Scizor, look at it. It's just like a pair of scissors. But Mega Scizor, this thing is a monster. I love this thing to death. This thing has won me so many battles. Like, I've been down, like, you know, as Scizor as my last Pokemon, the opponent has like 5 or 4 Pokemon left a bunch of times, and this thing can just Swords Dance, Bullet Punch everything, Roost. It doesn't care. It doesn't care. It does not care. You can run it as a defogger, a defensive pivot, an offensive pivot, or anything else you want, because Mega Scizor just is that versatile and good. Okay, first, before I reveal my favorite Mega of all time, honorable mentions to Mega Bayonet, Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Diancie. You know, all 3 of them could have been, you know, interchangeable at number 6 to 8 on this list. But out of the top 5, those 3 are my favorite Megas. Okay, now moving on to my favorite Mega of all time. I've probably said this in a video before, because this thing is my favorite Mega Pokemon of all time. And that is Mega Medicham. Now, Mega Medicham, like, when I first saw it, I didn't think it was that good, because I know that due to pure power, it didn't have good attack stat, but its base 100 speed was pretty, you know, lacking. So I didn't really see much use for it, because a lot of Pokemon just outsped it and killed it. But ever since, you know, Gen 6 with the rise of Stall, Mega Medicham has become my favorite Pokemon, because Mega Medicham does not care. He'll punch through walls. He kills Chansey with, I think it Oko's Chansey with a Jump Kick Adamant. So I do run Adamant, Mega Medicham, Fake Out, you know, Thunder Punch, Zen Headbutt, High Jump Kick. I used to run Bullet Punch on it, but you know, since Tapu Lele is around, I don't use Bullet Punch anymore. You can use Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. I think it's Fire Punch. I'm not sure, but it gets like Cycle Cut, Zen Headbutt. Like, this thing is so strong. Like, I love this thing. Plus, it has one of my favorite typings, Fighting, which is, you know, a plus. It's always a plus. Yeah, Fighting type, because the offensive coverage is just so good. It's just so good. Hard to beat. Mega Medicham, like I said, it does lack in the speed department, but it does make up for it in power. Like, I think Adamant's like base 640 something. That's like a Pokemon with a choice band. That's powerful. That is powerful. And like Metagross, you can pair it off with Tapu Lele, set up a second terrain, so you can get Zen Headbutt to do all kinds of damage, all kinds. So Mega Medicham, like I said, Mega Medicham is powerful. You can pair it up with a lot of things. You know, Stall is really annoying. I know most of you guys don't like Stall, so Mega Medicham just punches holes, Thunder Punch for Tapu Fini, Thunder Punch, you know, Mantine, Thunder Punch, Toxapex, then Headbutt, a bunch of things. Toxapex, that thing dies. 2-hit KO, KO. I'm switching. So Fake Out probably isn't as good. You don't have to run it because Mega Medicham doesn't get the automatic speed boost, but I do recommend Fake Out nonetheless because it is priority and it does make the opponent flinch. It's great for making sashes. It's great as a lead. If your opponent is trying to set up rocks in a focus sash lead, you just Fake Out, break the sash. Then you can bring in whatever you want. Maybe Tapu Fini, the default the hazard that's set up. Anything. Mega Medicham just punches holes, all kinds of holes in teams, especially balance. So there you have it, guys. That is my top 5 favorite Mega Pokemon. I don't see this list changing anytime soon, unless, you know, they make some new Megas that released. You know, maybe a Mega Machamp. But yeah, the top 5 Mega Pokemon list. Like I said earlier, comment down below what your top 5 Mega Pokemon is. You know, whether it's based on looks, based on stats, based on competitiveness, ability, you know, maybe some sentimental reasons. You know. I don't know. Just comment down below what your top 5 favorite Mega Pokemon are. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy J Fusion Man. Let's get him in.